Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the third installment of the modern Tomb Raider trilogy, and it's also the only modern Tomb Raider I haven't played, so hey, why not finally try it out? Now, I really enjoyed the first modern Tomb Raider, and I got really into the second one and then stopped playing for like no reason. Honestly, I would do that quite a bit, but now I'm a changed man, I think. Whatever, let's just start. As is tradition, let's start with the story first. We immediately start with Laura doing some absolutely crazy shit, aka crash landing a plane. We catch up with that later though, cause we see what happens 2 days earlier and Laura is still doing some fuck shit. Like, does she ever just sit down and chill? Like, Laura, how does this even happen, bruh? What were you looking for? What is this? Laura takes pics of whatever this is and she activates a trap set by Trinity, and now we're in Cozumel, Mexico, meeting with this doctor guy. Doctor guy has a shady conversation, so we blend in to follow him. They entered a dig site, but it's heavily guarded, so we gotta sneak in there now. So somehow we're now in this place. I think we're a little off course, but I'ma trust you, Laura. We take this dagger thing, which we probably weren't supposed to do, but who cares? We sneak until the army people find us, and now I get to shoot guns. Dr. Guy wants to have a nice chat with us after one of his men casually broke our back, like, geez, take me to dinner first, fuck. Anyway, he has our dagger now, and since I took the dagger without the box, I kind of might have caused the apocalypse. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, look, I'll do better next time, I hope. Now we're in Peru to find the box before Trinity does. Alright, now we're back to the plane crash and Jonah is missing and we're in the Amazon, aka this ain't good. After getting our gear, we find Miguel's camp, and yeah, I don't think Miguel is okay. Yeah, that's for Miguel, bitch! Soul does not condone animal violence. Good thing is, Jonah is still alive. We have a conversation about if we had the box, like what would we use the power for, and if I had it, I would use it to make sure y'all like and subscribe. Laura has this dream about her childhood, and it starts off all innocent and shit, but it turns out she's dreaming about the day her dad died, so yeah. Anyway, we wake up and continue our search for civilization. I think we're getting close because we just broke into someone's house, which is always a good sign, right? What's not a good sign is that Trinity is here, but we got him handled. We do eventually reach civilization and have a little chit chat with this chick named Abby, and she points us in the direction of some ruins. We enter and find the temple we're looking for, but Trinity is already there blowing shit up, so it's time for us to get involved. Now I gotta investigate an oil rig that Trinity cares so much about. Yeah, I don't like the feel of this place, it feels evil. It's probably because the soldiers watching this place were killed in horrible deaths. I don't know though. Our next clue is back at the village place, so we leave the temple via water, and man, I hate underwater sections. Drowning is one of my biggest fears, and playing this made me feel like I couldn't breathe. Alright, well, I don't want to play no more. Anyway, we make it back to the tomb with Jonah and Abby. Well, that's usually a good sign, right? Alright, well now we gotta solve whatever is happening here so we can find the lost city or something. Well, we made it to the hidden city and it sure looks like a city, alright. While exploring, we see this kid stuck in a trap, but before we can help him, this other tribe guy shows up with the intent to kill, but we take him down and notice they have the Trinity logo. More show up, but even more tribe people show up this time helping us out. Then they put a bag over our head and get ready to execute us, but not really, they just take us to their hideout, which is the true hidden city. They tell us the artifact we want is in some trial that no one makes it back from, but of course, Laura doesn't give a fuck. There's this guy who leads a cult and it's none other than the stupid doctor guy from earlier. The only way to stop him is by getting the box first, so now we gotta hurry to the death trial thing. So far the trial hasn't been too bad, just had to crawl through hundreds of dead bodies, you know, the usual. We found the thing that Trinity is after and make it out the tomb, but we're greeted by guards and they take the prince guy and we gotta escape them. Laura and the Queen of Rebels come up with a plan to get her son back. Now, all we gotta do is execute it. We execute it perfectly because, you know, I'm a badass, and now we can continue to search for the box. Yeah, this place is scary as fuck. I'm hearing all kinds of fucked up noises, and the dead bodies ain't really helping. Okay, yeah, see, I knew some shit like this was gonna happen, and honestly, fuck you, game. You know, I was gonna say that there wasn't a lot of combat sections so far, but after these fucks, I take it back. Can I have more puzzle sections? Thank you. After 1,000 jump scares, we finally get this big ass door open. The box ain't in this room and everything starts rumbling and those weird guys think I broke it, so now we gotta run. Anyway, we escape that hellhole and we're back in civilization. We go to this cave where Jonah and Primal Heisenberg are coming up with a plan to save the queen. Dr. Guy and Queen Girl have a conversation and it's basically, hey, help me recreate the world. Fuck you. Laura and the queen escape and head to where the next clue is. Honestly, these two make a pretty badass duo. We find what we need and our badass duo is shortly lived cause the queen gets shot and she dies. Honestly, fuck stealth. I gotta avenge the queen the right way. Anyway, now it's time for Laura and Jonah to get the box. It ain't gonna be easy though cause Trinity sent a damn helicopter on us and they gunned us down. Now Jonah is missing, I have no weapons, and we gotta sneak past all these guards. This creep that somehow got on our radio line informs us that Jonah is dead and we can go pick up his body. Sounds like a trap to me, but maybe I'm in denial cause Jonah's the homie for real. Nah, Laura's a fucking badass. Look at all this shit they need to take her down and it still ain't enough. I mean, are y'all seeing this? Laura just went on a whole shooting spree and single-handedly took down a damn helicopter. Laura's a video game legend, holy shit. Also, I knew it was a trap. My boy Jonah is still alive and he helps Laura get her head straight and figure out the next clue. We are now at the Church of San Juan. We find this secret chamber thing and solve a puzzle that took me way too long, honestly, and then we finally do it. We find the box. We take it, then we fall underwater and narrowly escape, but Trinity has Jonah hostage. Laura gives up the box to save Jonah's life, but Jonah, being the goat he is, he steals the box and runs. Now we gotta take out some Trinity guards so we can meet up with Jonah before Dr. Guy finds him. Well, our luck finally runs out cause Dr. Guy has the box and the world is going to shit. I mean, are y'all seeing this? Welp, it's back to Petiti for one final try to stop Dr. Guy. We come up with our plan and it's time to set it in action. We make peace with the scary people and now we're gonna work together. We open the gates and absolutely destroy the Trinity army. We climb in the middle of all this chaos to go stop Dr. Guy. Now, good thing this isn't Berserk cause the eclipse is happening and we only have a little bit of time to stop it. Dr. Guy puts the dagger in the box and we have to stop his whole power up by destroying these statues and taking out some guards. After this, we have to fight Dr. Guy himself who has god powers, but Laura still comes out on top. Now we have the god powers and the box shows Laura what could have been, but Laura still makes the choice to save the world. We have to sacrifice a god, so Laura steps up, but she doesn't die. She's just, not a god no more. Anyway, the world is saved and all is good now. And that's the story of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. The story was okay, I was interested throughout the whole thing. The guns and the bow felt really good to shoot in this game. I just wish we used them more. I promise y'all, most of this game was climbing and puzzle solving, and when there was a combat scenario, the game wanted you to use stealth, and stealth was a little simple in this game. The only kinda unique thing was the mud mechanic. All it is you rub yourself with mud and it makes it harder for enemies to see you. The stealth is like what a lot of games do, and it's the system where there's tall grass that you can hide in, and if you're there, no one can see you. They do introduce an enemy who has X-ray goggles, and this guy can see you anywhere unless you have mud on, which makes him like every other enemy. So yeah, stealth is super simple, and honestly, it's not bad. It's just if that's what the game wants to push, then they needed to make it to where every encounter isn't super similar. Now I want to bring back the point I made where I said I spent most of my time walking, climbing, and solving puzzles than actually fighting enemies, and I just want to say that right there is what brings this game down from being one of my favorites. Don't get me wrong, this game isn't bad by any means. It's actually a really solid title, but it just has so much things that take it down, which is honestly really disappointing. The first two Tomb Raiders in the modern trilogy were really great titles, and I think the first one is actually in my top 10. But yeah, I think this game is just okay. I think if there was a little more action, then it would have been one of the best, but I'm just a nobody. Go play the game for yourself and maybe you'll like it more than I did, cause there's a lot to like. Anyway, liked if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'm out of here.